If you're a producer looking to get signed before making money, then this video might hurt to watch, but it'll save you years. What if I told you being a music producer in 2026 isn't about getting signed, it isn't about getting a fancy studio, and it isn't about knowing the right people? In fact, it's never been more possible to make a living as a music producer if you know how the game has changed. In this video, I'm breaking down how producers are making money in 2026, the skills they've got, and the mistakes music producers are making that are keeping them broke. If you want music to be more than just a hobby, this video could change everything for you. In 2026, the most successful producers aren't the most talented, they're the most useful. Let's be honest, the idea that you can just make beats, post them online, or make music and post it online and get signed and be successful is dead. In 2026, labels are looking to scout brands, not just talent. AI has massively lowered the barrier of entry of what it takes to be a music producer, and thousands of producers are uploading beats every single day wanting the exact same thing without doing something to separate them from the rest. But there is some good news that comes with this. The music producers that aren't winning aren't always the most talented. They're the ones that understand business, build multiple income streams, treat production like a career, not just a lottery ticket. Trying to do everything at once as a music producer is the fastest way to make no money. One of the biggest mistakes I see music producers trying to do everything at once. In 2026, successful producers will be picking one lane, getting really good at that one lane, and then branching out later when they find success in that one lane. Here are the most realistic producer lanes that you can pick in 2026 to find success. Number one, we've got artist producer. So you're working directly with an artist, producing for them, and doing everything for that one artist that you believe in. You'll be doing things like making beats, arranging the songs, and producing the vocals. And again, making sure you've got your business aligned with what you're doing is super important. Make sure you're getting a fair share of what you're doing. So then if this artist does blow, you're gonna get the rewards too. Second is an online beat store. This is actually the way I succeeded as a music producer and got my first successful route as a music producer. This is going to mean you'll be selling beats online, so you open a beat store and lease the beats out to other artists and whatnot. But it is going to mean you need to be on your social media game. Like I said in the beginning of this video, simply posting the beats is not enough. You really need to be a brand, so you want to be posting on Instagram, posting on TikTok, and making people want to work with you. Now, the great thing that I found with this route is it's a great networking tool as well. So when people are finding the music that you're producing, they're then contacting you, and vice versa. You can contact people and show them your beats. But when people start coming to you and recognizing you for what you do, that's when you're really starting to win. The third lane I've got you can go down as a music producer is sync music. This is basically making music for TV, film, games, whatever, all stuff like that, you know, like when you hear an advert and there's that background music, or you're watching a program and there's background music. All that music comes from music libraries, and you can basically make music, send them to libraries and get music signed. The music libraries will then get this music placed on TV, whatever, you know, films, and then you'll get paid off the royalties through PRS. Now, this is actually an avenue I'm branching down because there's some really good money to be made in sync music. However, the major problem with sync music is it can take a year, 2 years to start seeing any money from it, which is kind of why I'm only just doing it now that I've got other stuff laid down that will pay me to allow me to kind of build into this. Because if you're waiting for a year, 2 years for your first paycheck, you'll probably end up, you know, unless you're really like into it or you're really persistent, then I would personally find it really hard to do that for 2 years and not see anything from it. However, like I say, when you do start seeing that money, it's really good money. So it's well worth doing if that is something you really want to do. Number 4 is a producer brand, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. So basically posting tutorials, helping other producers out online, and then selling stuff like sample packs like I've got on my website, or you could sell one-on-one lessons, all stuff like that that you would sell to your audience. However, when it comes to having a producer brand like this, you really need to lead with value. So you really need to be teaching something, giving people a reason to watch you. You can't just be like kind of okay at production and be posting videos. People aren't going to watch it. They want to watch someone who definitely knows what they're talking about. This is actually a mistake I made when I first started producing, because I was watching people like Kyle Beach, Jay Cactus, and I was like, I really want to do that. So I started trying to do that straight away before actually learning music production myself and getting really good at what I do, and then teaching people. No one is paying you to make the most complicated beat in the world or the most complicated music in the world. They're paying for results. In 2026, the producers that are making money have these sorts of skills. They have speed and consistency. Clients don't pay for perfection, they pay for reliability. I know some people that have unreal production, but they're absolutely useless when it comes to communication or meeting deadlines and whatnot. So yes, they might get contacted first of all because of how good they are at what they do. But if they don't deliver results, then they're not going to get used again or get paid at the end of it, or they're not going to have happy customers. It's just going to be a headache. So really just being on your business, being a reliable person is really important. Now, the thing that I think makes the best music producers is simply having the best taste. It's not about being able to do the most crazy skills or the most crazy effect, it's just about having good taste. You can make the most simple thing, but if it sounds good, it makes people feel good, then you've done your job as a producer. Same with if you're producing for an artist and you make what they want in 4 tracks, it's super simple, but it's exactly what they want, it sounds amazing and it makes them feel good, then they're gonna have it regardless of how much time you spent or how complicated you've made it. Communication, super important, a really key skill to any part of music, no matter what you do, whether it's communicating with artists, communicating with labels. If you go down the brand route and you're going to be working with video editors or even your audience, you want to communicate with them super well. If you start getting brand deals, you're going to want to be able to communicate with them properly, not just leave them for weeks without an answer. My 4th skill that I've got to give you is just basic marketing skills. In the day and age that we're in, social media is super important. You don't have to be a WizKid editor anymore though to be popping on social media. Simply just filming what you do day to day, posting it up on TikTok, posting it up on Instagram is better than nothing. Having a personality and showcasing that will do wonders for you, probably a lot more than you imagine. And don't get too hung up on the fact that you think what you're doing is boring or it's not interesting, because I guarantee that people out there will find it interesting. Now, number 5 is a pretty crazy one. But going into 2026, the rise of AI is very up in your face. Now, this is my optimistic view, but AI won't replace producers. But producers who use AI will replace those who don't. I think using AI to your advantage in 2026 is going to be super important in getting ahead. And I think those who don't use AI to those advantage might get left in the dust and just not be as productive as those who do. Most producers don't fail because they're bad at music, they fail because they simply don't know how to actually get paid for what they do. Here's some realistic ways that you can get paid and make a living in 2026 as a music producer. Number 1, we've got beat sales and licensing. So sign up to a website like BeatStars, put your beats on there and you can sell your beat leases however you want. You can sell the same beat multiple times, which is amazing, with different leases, but you could also sell it exclusively for a high fee. Don't go selling your beat for like 100 quid or something like that. If you're selling it exclusive, make sure it's high, because if not, you could sell like 3 MP3 leases and make that 100 quid anyway, and then carry on selling and selling, and you're going to just keep making more money. The more beats you have on there, it's going to accumulate over time. The more sales you're going to make, it's going to keep adding up each month, and you'll just keep making more, and it has this snowball effect. You'll find that also once you start selling these beats, artists will start coming to you personally and be like, yo, can you make me a beat like this? And then you can start charging for custom beats and putting your price up for that as well. Now, off the back of doing those custom beats, that moves me on to my number 2 way of getting paid, which is producer fees. So that could be a fee for something like coming to a session and actually making beats there in the session, or you could do project-based pricing where someone might want to make a full album with you, like a full 10-track album, and you could do them a special deal on the album and just be their guy. You do everything on it, you produce it, record the vocals, mix it, whatever you want to offer. You can factor all that into one bulk thing. If you got like a project like that a month, then that might just set you up for the whole year then. Now, there's also the royalties side of music. So when you are actually selling these beats, or you're putting your own music out or whatever, they're going to collect the royalties. There's 2 types of royalties. There's the mechanical, which you're going to collect through your distributor like DistroKid or Amuse or whatever. And there's also the publishing, which you're going to most likely collect through PRS if you're in the UK, or like ASCAP or something like that if you're in America. Now, like I mentioned a little bit before, royalties take a lot longer to come in, so you're going to be waiting like 3 months before you start seeing them, but it's super powerful because it's going to be basically passive income. So a lot of my songs I actually earn percentages of, and I get monthly payments from them now for the mechanical and quarterly paid out for the publishing, and that actually makes up the majority of my living now, and it's great because it's mostly passive. So say I don't do anything for a month, I'll still get paid all that money at the end of the month. Obviously it's something you've got to keep up to, and you've got to keep putting music out to stay relevant, relevant and to keep those royalties up, but the royalties do carry over for years at a time. I've got songs that I released at the very beginning that still pay me a lot of money now years later. It's a really powerful thing to earn your music. Number 4, we've got sync placements. Now we touched on this a little bit earlier with the sync library stuff, but you could get sync placements with your own music, or you could get fees through your library music, which can actually be thousands and thousands of pounds upfront money straight away for getting that sync placement. And we're talking fees of like 10 grand, 30 grand, even more sometimes, which obviously if you get one of those, that's more than like hundreds of beat sales at once, but those are a little bit harder to come by, and it's something that's quite hard to do all year round, but definitely if you land them naturally anyway, then it's a nice big paycheck for you. Number 5, we've got digital products, so that's things like sound kits, MIDI packs, presets for stuff like Serum or Analog Lab. You could have a website like I've got where you sell drum kits and everything like that. Now you're going to need a way to funnel an audience into this, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. YouTube is by far the most effective for selling stuff like this, so yeah, if that's what you want to do, you definitely need a YouTube channel. Making sure your website is really well done and everything as well, and your pages look great, is also going to increase your sales. So yeah, this is something that takes kind of like quite a lot of skills, and also if you're not willing to not actually make music every day, then this might not be for you, because a lot of the time you might be working on your website, filming a YouTube video, making sound kits, which I know is kind of a little bit musicy, but also making 100 kicks doesn't really feel like making music to me. Maybe it does to you, and if it does, that's great. Now number 6 is content monetization, and that's actually going to be something like your YouTube revenue, TikTok revenue, or maybe you have some sort of Patreon where you offer something to people who watch your content. This is going to be kind of like a nice little bonus fee to just add to your monthly income stream. Now like I said about being successful in one lane is super important, but if you want to make a real good living as a music producer, having 3 to 5 income streams is going to be what you're going to need to start making some good money, which is why in 2026 I've got like my music already out there that's earning money. I've also started this channel to build on the sample pack side of things, and I'm doing the sync library stuff to also build up that revenue side. So that's going to be 3 income streams for me there. Now your sound gets attention, but your brand is the reason that people will choose you. In 2026, your brand is built through consistent visuals, a clear sound and message, and your personality. You don't need to fake confidence or act up or be a different person. You just need to be yourself and be really clear on what you offer. If you're having issues deciding what your brand is or what you should do, then ask yourself these 3 questions. Who do I help? What problem do I solve? And why should someone put their trust in me to do whatever they're asking you to do? Once you've got those questions answered, then that should help you tailor your content to what you need to do and what objectives you need to hit. Now, full-time producers don't wait for motivation, they run on a system. Most full-time music producers aren't just going in the studio and making music for 8 hours a day. It's more like they might create music for 4 hours of the day, then the rest of the day they might be doing something like outreaching, networking with new clients, doing their content or marketing, or learning and improving on their skills to get better at what they do. They don't go in the studio and think, oh, I can't come up with any ideas today. They don't just sit and hope and wait for something to happen, they actually go out and just do stuff. Execution of good ideas will always be inspiration and talent. One of the biggest mistakes for music producers in 2026 isn't that they've got bad music, it's that they sit around waiting for permission to do something with that music. Avoid these mistakes at all costs. Chasing trends instead of value. Don't just look at someone else and go, oh, that's working for them, I'll just do exactly that. Do your own thing, offer something different. They're already doing that thing, everyone knows them for that thing. They don't need a second person doing that thing but not as good. You do your thing that's better than what they could do, and people will follow that and recognise that quicker than if you just try chasing something that someone else has done already. Don't undervalue your work. Make sure you back yourself. If you don't believe that you're doing the best that you can do or that you're making the best stuff, then no one else is going to believe that. If someone tries to say that it isn't, just back yourself, leave them to believe that, but you just carry on doing your thing and do it to the best of your abilities. Don't sit around and ignore opportunities or messages or anything like that, or don't not set up your business side because all you want to do is sit and make music. Everyone would love to just sit and make music, upload it and be done for the day. And that's what a lot of people do, but if you're doing that extra work that no one else is doing, that's why you're going to succeed and they're not. And lastly, it's the waiting for permission that I was talking about. Don't just sit with a bunch of music on your laptop waiting for someone to sign it. or waiting for an artist to say, yeah, I'll have that, who you're randomly going to show. Put it online, put your music out, put your beats out, and then that's when something will happen. If your music takes off, labels will want it. If an artist hears a beat that you've posted, they will want it. Nobody's gonna find your music sat on your laptop. Don't wait for someone else to say, yeah, put your music out. Now, the bottom line is, if you want music to pay you, you've got to treat it professionally and as a proper business. If you spend all of 2026 just messing around making music, not actually running a business, having a clear objective of what you want to do and getting paid for it and how you're going to get paid for it, then that's just your choice. It's not a bad luck thing. What's going to make you a successful music producer is being focused, being consistent, and understanding your music business and the way you're going to make money. Now, I guarantee if you take on board some of the things that I've said in this video, you stick at them for the next 2 to 3 years, your life could look completely different. You could be doing that dream of making music for a living and getting paid well eventually. Now, if this video has helped you, please hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you want more videos like this. I drop videos every Tuesday, and I wish the best of luck to all of you in 2026. If you've got any questions about anything in today's video, drop a comment, or you can join the Discord in the description and ask questions away in there. I'm active in there personally, so I'll be there to answer any questions, as well as other people in the community that are there to help out. I'll see you in the next one.